Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Regame27, and once again, I want to thank you for joining my channel. And I want to make a video response to Shokio, and I commend you for that, man. I commend you for actually telling the truth, telling us what's on your heart about how you feel about the company that you love, that you grew up on. And whenever you smell bullshit, you will basically come out and bring it up. You know, that's what us real gamers do. We come out and we criticize. You know, we don't just basically, yes, a lot of people say you always gotta be positive, but you know, if you be positive towards bullshit all the time, then you're gonna continuously get bullshit. Sometimes you have to get the word out. You know, either people think you're being positive or negative about it. It doesn't matter. But as long as you get the word out for people, you know, for not just people, for Nintendo to come and see exactly what the fans want. And a lot of people are just too blind to see exactly what Nintendo has been doing. And like I said, I'm not trying to blame everything on Nintendo. I'm not trying to blame everything on third party. I just said it's lack of communication between the both parties. That's just how I feel. And with the whole third party situation, a lot of people said it's not Nintendo's fault. It's all on third parties. But then again, if Nintendo would have had a powerful console, this is 2 generations in a row that they had a less powerful console that's basically a generation behind, not just as far as specs, you know, as far as graphics, the online infrastructure, just everything. You still don't have a DVD player on the system. DVD players been in video games ever since the 5th generation, whenever the PS2 first came out and the original Xbox. So it's been well over 10 years since DVD was introduced in gaming, and Nintendo is still 10 years behind on that aspects. And on online infrastructure, they are still like at least a generation behind on that aspect. And it's just like stuff that's basically standard in today's modern game times. It's just Nintendo still failed to do what the mass market wants. And basically the 9.3 or 4 million Wii U's that sold out there is basically towards the Nintendo fan base, because you don't really have like the hardcore gamers like Xbox and PlayStation gamers going out buying a Wii U unless they are a Nintendo fan, just such as myself. I am a Nintendo fan, but I'm also a hardcore gamer. I love games. I love just whatever, rated mature, teen, everybody. It doesn't matter. I will pick up a Call of Duty. I will pick up Mario. I will pick up an Assassin's Creed, Metro, Kirby. You know, that last Kirby that just came out, I don't too much care about that. That was a gimmicky game. Like, what's the point of putting that game in HD? It looks really beautiful on TV, but then again, you have to focus solely on the gamepad all the time. So that right there, I didn't understand. And I guess with this Wii U situation, everybody's just too blind to see what's going on out there. They see exactly, you know, don't get me wrong, Nintendo makes really good quality games. They do. I'm not gonna knock Nintendo on that. That's why I really enjoy their games. But as far as a business practice, the business decisions that they make over these years, over these past, you know, couple of generations, you know what? I'm not gonna say, well, last generation, you know, I'm not gonna say that they got lucky, they struck gold. It was a good idea. It was a great idea what they did, because that's before the mobile gaming got really popular with these smartphones and all that. But they was first to the table to you know, get all that money, and you know, that's when everybody was like, that's really cool, get to do the motion control. That's when PlayStation tried to come out with the PlayStation Move, and the Xbox 360 came up with the Kinect, trying to, you know, catch up to the Wii. That was a good idea, but let's take the Wii out the equation, because, you know, like whenever the Wii was out, like probably I think like 3 or 4 years after the Wii was out, everybody put the Wii's in the closet. It's been collecting dust for years, and everybody still got their 360 and their PS3, and they still getting games, games. And of course, let's be honest, the Wii was a casual system. They probably got a few hardcore games, but overall it was really a casual system that caters to casual crowds, you know, like grandmas and soccer moms and little children, you know. But let's take the Wii out the equation. Go back to the NES, Super NES, GameCube, Nintendo 64, GameCube, Wii, and Wii U. Take the Wii out. They've been on a downhill spiral ever since the NES, and it's true. And you know, just by what they're doing now, it's just not getting any better unless the real Nintendo fans come out and demand for better decision moves, better system, better specs on the systems, or better online functionality. Is just being more modernized in their gaming And like I say, with the Wii U, I do like the system. I enjoy the system. I think Bayonetta 2, I think it's one of the greatest games that came out. I really enjoyed the game, and it still didn't hit that million, man. I'm still kind of pissed off because a lot of these Nintendo fans are gonna want majority. They gonna want Smash Bros. They gonna want Mario Kart 8. They want Mario games, more Mario games. I am a huge fan of Mario, but sometimes too much Mario, it burns me out, man. It really does. But I am a huge Nintendo fan, and if they would have the multi-plats, and I own the Xbox One, I would buy my multi-plats on the Wii U. I would, and I probably wouldn't got an Xbox One until their exclusive library would have built up. Because I'm such a huge Halo fan, I'm a Gears of War fan. I love games like that, and like I say, if they would have had the multi-plats, then I would have got my Xbox One a little bit later. But since they don't have multi-plats, even though we was promised a lot of third-party support at E3 2011, whenever Reggie Fils-Aimé got on stage and told us we was gonna get the Call of Duties, the Ghost Recons, all these games, all these third-party games, the cool third-party games that Xbox One and PS4 is getting. They kind of got the multi-plats for a few months, and after that, they cut them off. They got the Assassin's Creed and the Call of Duty the first 2 years, and whenever the Wii U launched, they got the Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed that year. And the very next year, or on their first anniversary, they got Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed that year too. But they cut up. They didn't give them the DLC, and they kind of cut some features and stuff off. And the reason why they did that, because they just felt that the Nintendo fan base is just going to ignore the game. So, a lot of Nintendo fans, they just basically say it's third-party fault. And in my opinion, it's everybody's fault. Just lack of communication. I point the finger at third parties. I point the finger at Nintendo, and I especially point the fingers at the fan base. That's just basically where I'm coming from. And as me as being a Nintendo fan, I just hate that they are in a very bad state that they are in now, especially with the Wii U. It's in a dry spell. It is. And of course, a lot of people gonna argue with me, talking about dry spell. You got Smash Brothers, you got Mario Kart 8, you got Captain Toad, you got Kirby and Mario Party 10. But out of those games that you just named, I don't play half of those games. Kirby, it's shit to me. I don't care about it. It's a gimmick. Mario Party, no online voice chat. I never cared for the series. Smash Brothers, it's a good game. I really like Smash Brothers. Mario Kart 8, really fun. Captain Toad, yeah, it's okay. But out of those games, Smash Brothers and Mario Kart 8 are the big juggernaut games. Those are really good games, but the other ones is decent to me. Captain Toad's decent. Kirby and Mario Party 10, I just don't give a flip about it. I don't. So right now, I'm personally in a dry spell. Yeah, that's why I game on my Xbox One. I picked up a few games, a few days ago, and I'm enjoying them. And those few games are multi-plat games that's on the Xbox One and the PS4. And I would love if it was on the Wii U, because if it was, I would have bought it on the Wii U instead of the Xbox One. But it sucks, and I just really hate that when people want to defend it, they be like, well, if you want third-party games that bad, why you sitting up here crying? Why don't you go get an Xbox One and PS4? But you gotta remember, not everybody has the money to buy every system. Like with me, I'm blessed that I have a good job. I have a good career. I'm not even gonna tell you how much I make. I make decent amount of money, but I could buy all. I got two of those systems. I got an Xbox One. I got a Wii U. I got two 3DSs, and I'm going to buy a PS4 this summer, and I could buy one now. But I'm gonna wait. I'm just trying to wait till their exclusives build up. Before I get a PS4. I'm trying to get all the systems. But like I said, I just really hate when people say that if you want a multi-plat game, then you don't need to be getting Nintendo. So that tells me that you don't care about third-party games. You don't care about multi-plat. You just care majority just own Nintendo games, because that's because you're such a fanboy. That right there I don't like. I really don't. I hate fanboys. I really do. And I kind of sailed away a lot of fanboys off my channels. Like a lot of my early subscribers, they backed me up. They was behind me completely, because I used to rant about third parties all the time. Rant about Ubisoft, Activision, EA for screwing over Nintendo, screwing over consumers, just being stupid. I talk about Sony, I talk about Microsoft for making questionable decisions. I'm talking about Microsoft and that DRM crap. I talk about with the Sony PSN always getting hacked all the damn time. I talk about a lot of stuff, but when I talk about that, I have a lot of Nintendo fans backing me up, talking about good video, great video. I'm sub to your channel, but as soon as I criticize Nintendo, it's a problem. I'm having a lot of people coming in my comment section. They blowing it up, you know, writing novels and freaking books in my comment section, trying to argue with me. Like they really, you know, took this they take it the wrong way. They really acting like I took their lunch money or I slapped their mom or something over me just being a little critical of Nintendo. You know, if you're a real Nintendo fan, then you don't need to be turning a blind eye towards bullshit. Because when I smell bullshit, it's bullshit. You know, it's like other stuff that I want to talk about. You know. With Amiibos, you got the whole Amiibo deal. People said Amiibos DLC, and people said Amiibos is a collector's, and of course, a lot of people got their own opinions about it. In my opinion, it's DLC, cheap DLC, and it's a collector's item, and a lot of people get so offended about that. I'm just being honest, you know, just like with the Captain Toad game, you buy a Captain Toad, and you see like a little pixel of Captain Toad. It's like, what the hell is that crap? Yeah, you spend $12 for an Amiibo, you know, just for that little pixel. Like, what the fuck? And with the Mario Party 10, they got a amiibo mode, so you got to buy certain amiibos to play that. So each amiibos costs $12. So don't act like Nintendo don't do no wrong when it comes to downloadable content, because they starting to get into the DLC themselves. And of course, a lot of people say excuse me, a lot of people say that, you know, of course, a lot of Nintendo fans want to be like, Nintendo DLC be dirt cheap. Yes, some of them be dirt cheap, but you know, these days I'm starting to feel that Nintendo is starting to get a little bit money hungry when it comes to downloadable content. That's just my honest opinion, you know. But it's just, you know, it's just little stuff that kind of bothers me about Nintendo. And like I say, according to a lot of fanboys, Nintendo they can't do no wrong. I'm not even gonna point anybody. I'm not naming no names. And you know, I was just kind of it was kind of funny that I was named Corporate Slave of the Year, you know, from Black Bond, and y'all already know who he is. He likes to damage control a lot of stuff, and I don't even care. But you know, I guess with me, I had to come out and make this video because, you know, when Shokio, he tells it like it is. That's why I like his channel. I enjoy his channel because he's a real Nintendo fan. If he smells bullshit, he smells it, and he's going to come out and address it, just like I address it. You know, even though I got a small channel, it's very small. I just started a few months ago, you know. But like I say, if you are a real gamer, you want some real gaming news, you don't want no BS, you don't want no bias towards nobody. You just want somebody that has just common sense. Then come sub to my channel, because I'm just sick and tired of this. I'm just sick and tired of fanboys. Like as me, it's been a real hardcore Nintendo fan. I just feel so discouraged inside this community, because I feel that we never going to get anywhere with Nintendo and their business practices, because a lot of them is going to continuously and accept what Nintendo brings to the table, and what they are bringing to the table is not acceptable in my standards. It's not acceptable. Except their games. Their games are really great. But as far as games, take the games off the table. Everything else, I just don't really care about. You know, I really don't. You know, as far as their hardware decision making, you know, they and I know they came to the 8th generation first, but I just honestly think that they should have waited until Microsoft and Sony came out with theirs first to see what they working with. And you know, and by Nintendo coming out first, it kind of forced Microsoft and Sony to bring out, you know, the PS4 and the Xbox One out the next year later. And we all can tell that those systems wasn't ready with all the problems and these broken games and all these delays. And you know, we already know, because like I say, the Wii U came out in 2012, the Xbox One, PS4 came out in 2013. And honestly, I think those systems should have came out at least a couple of years later, because it just wasn't ready. And with the droughts with the Wii U, like according to a lot of people, it's no droughts. Like, it's droughts to me. It's droughts. Like at first, the Wii U was my primary console, and right now it's my secondary console, because right now I'm playing Resident Evil 2 Revelations on my Xbox One. I'm playing Call of Duty Advanced Warfare on my Xbox One. I'm playing Battlefield Hardline. I'm playing Aliens Isolation. I'm playing Sunset Overdrive. I had those games on my Xbox One, and I didn't already finish Bayonetta 2. I didn't already finish Hyrule Warriors. I've been playing Smash Brothers every so often. I don't play it like I used to. I don't really care about Captain Toad. Me and my wife, we didn't already beat Super Mario 3D World. We didn't already beat Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I didn't already beat Wonderful 101. I didn't already beat a lot of those Nintendo exclusives, but it's just not enough. It's not enough. And with Nintendo being out for so long, you would think that they would have had a bigger staff to make sure they get these games out on time and make sure we have a lot more games to play. And it sucks. And with the Legend of Zelda, the delay, whenever they announced the delay of the Legend of Zelda, it sucked, and I was pissed. I'm sorry, I was really, really pissed, because if it wasn't for the Legend of Zelda, I probably wouldn't be as huge of a Nintendo fan as I am right now, because I really, really love the Legend of Zelda. It's a really great game. After that announcement of the Legend of Zelda Wii U got delayed, I went straight to GameStop and I paid $50 for a pre-owned Skyward Sword, and I done already beat it a long time ago, and I went and rebought it back because I just had to. I need a Zelda game to play. I need to go back and play the greatness of what they brought to the table. With the Legend of Zelda. I really love that game. I love Twilight Princess, Ocarina of Time. Really great games. And of course, a lot of people gonna argue with me that the Legend of Zelda have that 5-year window. They always come out every 5 years, but like I say, what Shokio said in this video, like with the estate that the Wii U is in, you have no room for error for these game delays, because people is already turning against Nintendo because of what's going on, and especially with the Wii U at the $300 price tag to get between 6 to 8 games a year. In my honest opinion, it's too pricey. The cost of the system is too pricey. But according to a lot of the Nintendo fanboys that plays all the Nintendo exclusives, it's not pricey because of all those games appeal to them. But all those games don't appeal to me. It doesn't. So is the price worth it? In my opinion, no, because I bought the system day one. Because I got so hyped for the system during E3. I thought we was getting all those games, but a few years later, I'm like, really? I'm like, what the hell? I'm sick of these droughts, man. When they gonna show us some footage of Star Fox? When they gonna show us some more footage of Devil's Third? When they gonna show us more footage of Zelda? When they gonna give us an announcement of Metroid? When they gonna just give us more games? When we gonna get F-Zero? We gonna get just more of these older Nintendo IPs to keep us busy, and just keep us gaming and not coming on YouTube complaining about the lack of games, complaining about the questionable business decisions that Nintendo is doing. And by Shokio being I'm not saying he's a huge YouTuber, but he's a lot bigger than me. He has like over 30,000 subscribers, so a lot of people know who he is. A lot of people don't know who I am, but maybe the word has to get spread, with bigger YouTubers, bigger than him, like Angry Joe. And yes, I watched his video, and a lot of Nintendo fans was pretty pissed off about that video. And with Angry Joe being almost at 2 million subscribers, I guess he has a problem with the Nintendo program, which it sucks, because Nintendo won't a piece of that pie. But then again, if a big YouTuber has so many subscribers, that means that he's giving you free advertising. And if he continuously and put Nintendo content on his channel, that means millions and millions of people is watching. So how you know out of those millions, maybe hundreds of thousands of them might go and buy the system and buy some of those games because of him being a big YouTuber. He's putting the word out. It's a lot different, with me with almost 300 subscribers. If I tell 300 people, probably out of those 300, maybe 1 or 2 maybe buy it. But he has millions of subscribers. So, I don't understand. It sucks. I ain't trying to go no rant. I'm not trying to talk about that. A lot of people got their own opinions about that, but the Nintendo program is bullshit to me. It's bullshit. But anyway, I'm not trying to make this video super long. It's just, with a guy like Shokio, he's a true Nintendo fan. And when he smells bullshit, he smells bullshit. He's going to address it And you know, a lot of people didn't take it the right way. They was pissed off, talking about I unsubscribed that bastard, that motherfucker, whatever. They just call him all kinds of names because he has a different opinion than than some of those other subscribers. Like I say, everybody not gonna think the same thoughts. Everybody got their own opinions. You know, that's what make the world go around. If we all think the same, then there would be no wars. If we all think the same, then there wouldn't be no racism. So it's gonna always be a debate. It's gonna always be a difference in opinions. But at the end of the day, Shokio is a Nintendo fan just like me. I'm just not a fanboy, and he's not a fanboy or a corporate slave. But anyway, guys, y'all just let me know how y'all feel about this video, because I after this video, I don't know. I know probably some of y'all might take this the wrong way, but I'm being honest here. I'm just letting you know exactly how I personally feel. I really love Nintendo, but with everything that's been going on, lately, it sucks and it's very discouraging. And I just wish that we get, basically at the end of the day, I just wish we get more games. That's basically, if we don't have no drafts, then you won't see me over here talking about, why we don't get no games, why this, why that. But anyway, guys, I didn't ramble enough. I'm done with this video. Y'all just let me know how y'all feel about this video. Just be honest with me. If you watch this video, I know it's a little long. Be honest with me. Just comment in the section below. Just be honest with me. And once again, it's your boy Regaming 27, and y'all have a good day.